You know, there's one part where it said, go to bed angry.
Go to bed angry.
But I've been told not to go bed angry.
That's the old school way. But
Your decision. And
Yeah.
speaking of decision.
Because, Speaking of decision, we're going to be talking about power of decision. And I'm sure you can guess who's the
Let's ask
guest.
Professor Dr. Muhayyam Muhammad, what's her view on this? Should one, married couples, they get, upset over something, they argue and they go to bed angry, or should they not go to bed angry?
They shouldn't go to bed angry
told ya.
because I tell you, when we sleep, the last thought, the last 5 minutes of our life before we sleep is the most important. Because when you think of something 5 minutes before you go, whether it's good or bad, that will go and get absorbed into your subconscious mind. And this thing that goes in your subconscious mind alters the vibration of your cells. And that vibration of your cells will go into certain frequency and you will attract what you were thinking of. So it's very, very important not to be angry. And furthermore, we don't know whether we're going to wake up tomorrow. We may die tomorrow. So why leave someone with some bitterness? So let's decide to be happy all the
I'm going
time.
to go to bed tonight thinking of a Ferrari, and I'm going to attract Ferraris in the future.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Good for you. I will not attempt to rebut the professor. Okay, professor. So today you're here to tell us about the power of decision.
Yes, yeah.
Please
So I
share
want to
with
tell,
us.
yeah, thank you. I want to tell all Malaysians 2 important D's in everyone's life. D. Decision and discipline. Yes, because, for example, imagine you're going for a flight somewhere. If you had planned before and you had made your reservation, you made advanced decision where you're going, what time, which flight, whatever. Don't you find that your flight is so smooth? You know exactly what time to check in, what time to go, it's so important. But imagine if you had not planned, you just go for a shuttle. You're not sure whether you're going to have it or not, and all the worry, anxiety, fear that will come. Same thing in life. We have to make advanced decision of what we want in life and a strong discipline to make sure we do it. And when we say we decide, I will say again the 5 things in our life. You want to know to decide how to live physically, your physical health, and also mentally, how you want to keep your mental good. You want to be deciding all the time.
Yeah, I do that, but they say I'm a control freak.
Good. There's something called, what's the difference between plan and vision? See, if you plan too much, neurotics make plans, it's okay to make plans, but neurotics fall in love with the plan. So if something goes out of plan, they get so angry and so like trying to control. And remember the words, the more you control, the less you control actually. Yes.
The more you control, the less you control, and that
actually.
actually applies to everything.
Yes, and talking about this control, see if you have water, if you try to squeeze the water and control it, what happens? Water will slip. But if you are very smooth and gentle, you can enjoy the water. Same thing in life, in relationship. So, as again, coming back to the first 5 things you have to make advanced decision of your life is your physical, your mental, how you want to educate yourself, how you want to develop your mind, what books you want to read, what TV program you want to watch. Then number 3, your spiritual connectedness. You have to be connected, strongly connected to this highest power. Because the highest power, the source, the God, everything that we all call is like an ocean. And we're just one drop in that ocean. Imagine if we take a drop of water and away from the ocean, it will dry up. Same thing with us. If we are not connected to the highest God Almighty, then we will always be stressful. Once we know we are connected to God, we live in a God-made world with abundance, we become very peaceful. And number 4, our relationship. We have to make advanced decision that we want to be kind to everyone. We hurt no one, and we are always making people feel good about themselves. And 5th, financially, we want to be financially independent and want to prioritize our spending towards something for a good cause. And we decide every time what question you want to ask, how can I serve or what's in for me? The people who ask what's in for me become very stressed because they're very egoistic. But if you say, how can I serve? These are the people living with God consciousness, and these are the people who have this inner peace all the time.
And speaking about inner peace, there are some times when decisions don't really side on our part, arranged marriage, having to follow your husband to a location that you don't like, being away from your family, being sent off to boarding school. So how do you cope with an open heart? Because, some decisions are not made, out of your own willingness.
That's right. Sometimes it's how you look at things. If we change our perception, because life is about perception, Zaliha. Life is the meaning we give to what happened to us. For example, if you say you have to arrange marriage, See, if you are very from ego consciousness, I am me, I'm separate from everyone, I know what I want, you don't, you know. But if you look at your parents with eyes of compassion, and deep in your heart, your inner being know that your mother or father will never want anything that's not good for you. And imagine you going into their body and looking from their eye what they want for us. Then we feel loved, we feel cared for, we feel important. It's how you look at things. And remember, something that we think is good for us may not be good for us, because the highest God Almighty, whatever is given to us, that's best for us. And God will never give us something that's not good for us. And highly successful people make advanced decision that they want to accept whatever they can change. No, they change whatever they can, but accept whatever they cannot, and change their perception. They try to look at with a correct focus in life.
Okay, Prof. Nowadays, there's a huge population of these people called the Cincai people. No, don't get me wrong. They have a very clear outline of what they want to achieve in life, right? But everything else in between, Cincai lah. What you want to eat, Cincai lah.
You have the asal boleh
apa pun boleh.
That is something.
So is that harmful?
Very harmful.
Yeah.
That is something that I try to preach to all my family and whoever younger ones to me. In life, number one principle, success principle, be specific of what you want and make that decision and go for it. But again, we don't want to just be go-getters, we want to be go-givers. So we want to give what we want first. So when Cincai, maybe we want to change the connotation. It's something positive, for example, if someone is nasty to it, it doesn't matter. See, when come to small things, so we want to create people who are majoring in major things, not majoring in minor things. So the 5 pillars I mentioned, physical, mental, spiritual, all that is important. So it's important for you to be specific, go for it, have a clear plan, make decision and good discipline to attain it. But when other things, when come to how people say to you, you want to get annoyed, no. Because if you're Cincai about what people say about you, that's good. Because if someone say to you something, you just say, what you think of me is none of my business. I'm not a worthy person. Because people who are very highly self-actualized know what they want. And they're not affected by what people say about them. And believe me, if you look at any organization or people or even society or the country or the whole world, majority of people go the wrong direction. Yes, don't follow the masses, because there are 7 levels of consciousness, how people live. We must go from, most people just mass consciousness. What you eat is lunchtime. They're not hungry, so they follow. But you should go to feel, okay, I am different, I want to be something different. Then you go to a higher level in which you want to have a good discipline to achieve what you want, and the highest level is self-mastery, in which you actually co-create your life with God Almighty. You decide what you want, you picture what you want, because most people only have plans, but they have no vision. See, if you have plan, they have to-do list. The word to-do list, someone tell you what to do. No. Vision, imagineering, and ask good question. What good habits I want to start today? See, most people, last time I used to say, please have good affirmation about yourself. But number 2, apart from affirmation, you must say, what good question can I ask today? How can I make better decision? How can I be a better person? So the word how can I, because there is a story about a man who won a Nobel Prize, and how his mother treated him when he was small. When he came back from school, most of us will ask, what did you learn today? His mother asked, what good question you asked your teacher today? Asking question, and I want to leave with the last word important. My communication is my life. What is this? Communication is something that you can relate into 3. Communication to yourself, communication to God Almighty, and communication to creations of God. See, when you communicate to yourself well, then you are happy, because communication means if something happened to us, how do you talk to yourself? Oh, this is not good, like arranged marriage. How you communicate yourself? Oh, actually, I'm very lucky. My parents are concerned about me. They choose the best for me and all that. How you communicate to yourself, and how you communicate to others. And you know, communication is not what I say to you, Zaliha, but the effect on you. So if I say something and you are not happy, I cannot blame you. I must take responsibility for myself. I've not communicated myself well. So every time highly successful people take charge of their life and they know what they want, and highly successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Non-successful people take so long to decide and change them quickly.
Thank you very much. Lots of things for for us to digest today. And of course,
Beautiful.
the more you control, the less you control. And of course, power of decision it applies discipline and decision.
Make decision
And keep to discipline.
Yeah,
Of course,
keep
the
to
latter
it.
part is kind of the challenging part.
Yeah,
But good
discipline.
luck. Never say no. Coming right up, we've got Hot Happenings mini 3K book by Annie Joseph.
That's right. Let's
So
take
that's
a look.